I thought I'd give my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch. I've always been a big fan of Nintendo. I had the Super Nintendo. That was actually my first console. I played that when I was 7 years old. I love that console. And then my second console I got was the Nintendo 64, which I absolutely loved. My favorite game on that was GoldenEye. Really liked Nintendo. And I remember when the GameCube came out, I never actually wanted the GameCube because that's when I got into like the DVD era where I got an Xbox. And I really liked the Xbox because I got to play Halo on it and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. And they had like these little mini discs for the GameCube, and I thought it was just too gimmicky for me to actually buy. And I was more into like DVDs back then, and the new technology. I've always been into that physical media, as you know. I was just really into Xbox games at that time. That was my new console. So yeah, I kind of got away from that because I'm into movies and video games. I really like watching movies, and I wanted a console where I could watch movies and play games on. That's what the Xbox was, and then Nintendo GameCube I couldn't do that with. And then of course they came out with the Wii, and the Wii just seemed very gimmicky to use controllers, and I thought that was gimmicky. And then the Nintendo Wii U came out, and I thought that was even more gimmicky with the gamepad and everything, and I wasn't interested in that. And then now we have the Nintendo Switch, which, by the way, I think is probably the worst Nintendo console Nintendo's ever made. It is horrible. Horrible. I mean, it's 2017, and they're launching a console that has a 32 gigabyte hard drive. A 32 gigabyte hard drive. Do you think... How many games do you think you can fit on a 32 gigabyte hard drive? Not that many. This console is going to run games like Skyrim and stuff like that. No, of course not. It is not going to be able to fit that many games on a 32 gigabyte hard drive. It has a 3-hour battery life for the new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. A 3-hour battery life on a 32 gigabyte hard drive. Terrible. Terrible. This is not a console. This is a freaking 3DS that you can hook up to your TV, basically. This is not an next-gen console. It is nowhere near... It's not even as good as the original PlayStation 4 graphics. And developers are saying, no, we cannot make games for this console because it is not powerful enough. The Skyrim version is a downgraded version that is on the Nintendo Switch. This is terrible. This is absolutely horrible. When I heard about the Switch, I was so excited for it. I was like, the Nintendo Switch is coming out. Nintendo is going to be cool again. I had this vision of what the Nintendo Switch could be. I thought, wow, Nintendo's going to make a powerful console. It's going to be compared to the Xbox Scorpio and the PlayStation 4 Pro. And I was like, this is going to be so cool. Maybe they'll bring out M-rated games and be cool again like they were in the 90s when Nintendo 64 came out and they had all those games made for teens and everything. And remember they had Duke Nukem on the Nintendo 64? Oh my God, it was awesome. That was an amazing time for games, the 90s. They had horror games on the Nintendo 64. They had Doom on the Nintendo 64. It was amazing. Now it's 2017, the new Nintendo console, and we get Breath of the Wild being compared to the Wii U version, and we look at the comparisons and the graphics. 720p versus 1080p. It only does 1080p when it's docked, by the way. When it's on the go, 720p all the way. 24/7, basically. I mean, if you're playing this on the go, you're going to get a 720p picture. I mean, they have They have tablets that are more powerful than this console. They have phones with better screens than this console. They can display more colors than this console. On a portable device. It's terrible. What is this? $300. $300 American. Oh, that's a pretty good price for a console. No, it's not. You know how much that is Canadian? That's almost like $400 for a console that does 720p on the go. It's ridiculous. Why would I want to buy that console? And the Joy-Con controllers cost around $70 Canadian for those little tiny controllers that go on the side of the console. It's ridiculous. Why would I want to buy a console where the controllers cost $70 and they're this big? There's no way I would want to buy that. I mean, these little tiny Joy-Con controllers, $70 each? Are you kidding me, Nintendo? A 32 gigabyte hard drive? Oh, but it's expandable, and you can buy the micro USB special memory cards from Nintendo. Oh, so Nintendo's going to charge me even more money so I can upgrade my memory cards? Are you kidding me? 32 gigabytes out of the box. I could get more memory out of an HD camera worth $200 that has a freaking 120 gigabyte hard drive. 32 gigabytes? And I can buy a HD camera with 120 gigs? How does that even make sense? This is a game console. In 2017, it is not cool that Nintendo came out with this in 2017. It would have been okay if it came out in 2014. I would have been fine with it. Oh, 2014? Oh, the Switch, whatever, portable console, right? That's cool. But it's 2017, and we're dealing with technology that should be in 2013 or 14 or whenever, and it's 2017 and we got this. We got 4K TVs. We don't have 1080p TVs. People are buying 4K TVs because they're cheap now. This is we're going into the future right now in March, and this is the technology that Nintendo's giving us. Oh, 720p on the go. No. I've seen better video, better graphics on tablets, and they don't cost that much more than this console. So it's just ridiculous that we have to pay all this money for this console. And by the way, there's not even that many launch titles actually. And it's
absolutely ridiculous. And it only has a 2 to 3 hour battery life on normal Switch games. If you're playing a normal Nintendo game, it might last you maybe 6 hours if it's an old game, but if it's a new game, it's going to last you 2 to 3 hours. The controllers last 30 hours. Wow. The Joy-Con controllers that cost $70 last freaking 30 hours. But the console itself, the portable device, lasts 2 to 3 hours on a normal Switch game. How does that even make sense? It doesn't make sense because Nintendo is not thinking clearly with this console. Anyways, this has really made me think about what I'm going to buy in the future. And to tell you guys the truth, I'm going to buy the Xbox Scorpio because the Xbox Scorpio is going to offer me everything I want. An Ultra HD Blu-ray player, the latest in graphics comparable to a PC, and an actual console, not a portable upgraded 3DS device that allows you to play games in 720p. This should be called the new portable Game Boy because that's what it is. It's not a next-gen console. It's an old-gen console. It's not even as powerful as a PlayStation 4, the original OG PlayStation 4. and that's pretty bad. And they've compared the graphics on a lot of these games from the PlayStation 4 to the Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation 4 versions are so much better. So, in conclusion, I would say this is not worth getting. And I'm going to get the Xbox Scorpio, but not on release date. I'm probably going to wait like later 2018. I'm planning on picking up probably a 4K OLED TV and taking advantage of the new technology that's out now in 2017. And in conclusion, I would say this is not even a good portable console because of the battery life, which does not interest me at all. If it was a 6-hour battery life in a normal Nintendo game, then maybe I would be more interested. But with this type of horrible technology, I think Nintendo has dropped the ball on what this should be. I was really excited about this console. When I found out it was portable, I was like, okay, let me just research this and find out if this is actually a good console. 32 gigabytes is not cool at all. Maybe that would have been alright with the Wii U, but this is the Nintendo Switch running games like Skyrim that are going to take up insane amounts of gigabytes, and this is not okay. So anyways, that's my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch, and have a wonderful night, everyone.